Well, we have so much fun on Suncoast View, and we learn so much from our guests, but sometimes the talk continues after the show. So Chef Bob Overholzer from Gold Rush Barbecue recently showed us a recipe for sugar-free barbecue sauce and pizza. Now, the recipe is all part of the keto diet, so as a special bonus, Chef Bob has brought back a few meal examples. So first, Chef Bob, tell us a little bit about the basic idea of the keto diet.
Well, keto is short for ketogenic diet, and basically it's a diet that's somewhat like the Atkins diet. A lot of people know that diet, but this is Atkins on extreme. It is very high fat, moderate protein, and extremely low carbohydrates. This diet, you know, in the 1920s was first made famous for epileptic patients. And when they ate this way, they had less seizures.
Wow.
Then medications came along and the diet kind of got lost. And then the low carb craze came on and the diabetes, which is rampant in our country as well as the world. And so that's where it's really grabbing attention by people, because by eating low carb and very high food diet and fat, your body starts developing ketones, and ketones become your energy source rather than sugar.
Oh,
so
okay.
we need
so you
fat.
Eat the fat for
yeah,
energy.
we need fat for ketones, but Beth and I are hung up on the fat part.
Yeah, because it does
we try to avoid it.
It feels counterintuitive. So what
Yeah.
types of fats are we talking about?
Well, you want healthy fats, and of course the saturated fats everybody's so afraid of.
Right.
Really, the more and more we're learning, saturated fats are not that scary, and cholesterol needs to be understood differently.
And speaking of cholesterol, though, you have had some success with this personally. So how is the keto
Well,
diet
that's the thing.
changed
Like
you?
I said, I've run into a lot of opposition from family and friends. They're like, "Are you crazy? Look at what you're eating," you know?
People say that to
Because
me
for
all the
30-some years, 30-some years, we've been told low fat. This is bad. No butter. Eat margarine. Blah blah blah. You know, and basically, you're either going to have high fat or high sugar. You have to have flavor. And the one thing that really came to my mind was I would tell people, "Oh, I can't buy a loaf of bread. I'll eat the whole thing." Well, that's because it's addictive. But you don't hear someone saying, "Oh my gosh, I can't have 2 pounds of bacon. I eat the whole thing."
Yeah.
Because
You have to stop at some point.
it's
After a
satisfying.
while, you're just like, that's too much.
Right. And
So it's kind of
basically
changed, though, the silhouette of your apron, we've all noticed. So what effects has it had for you physically?
Well, I've been very happy because I started the diet because my friend and Dr. Fred Harvey, who's been on the show a few times, told me about this ketogenic diet through his nutritionist. And of course, at first I was like, really? But then I started eating it. And that's the one thing I wanted to say today is, you know, you will lose weight on low fat and you will lose weight on high fat. You have to realize what really feels good for me. And you're going to know very quickly. With the keto diet, it's allowed me to, 1, have more energy in the afternoons. I always used to have a nap. Now I don't. 2, I lost the 20 pounds I've been always trying to lose.
Oh, wow.
Thanks.
We're sold on that.
And 3, I've reversed my diabetes.
which is
My
huge.
last A1C,
Congratulations.
thank you. My last A1C was 11.9.
That's awesome.
That's like stroke, walking heart
Congratulations
attack.
that you've
Thank
gotten
you, thank
down.
you. Now I'm down to 6.4.
Take us on a little walk through. You brought some of the other staple
Well,
meals.
basically, you know, there's so much out on the internet for one. You can just find so many incredible recipes, but this is the basics of it. A keto diet is 1 in the morning, scrambled eggs, and bacon, and a little bit of berries possibly. Very, very light on the berries because you want to watch the fruit. Only strawberries and blueberries. For lunch, a ham roll-ups with cheese and a little bit of lettuce. Go for the mayo. You can have all the mayo you want. And then dinner, everybody's favorite, a steak and broccoli. And this one really opened my eyes too, because every time I think, what do I really want? It would be a
You
steak.
wanted a steak.
And it's probably because it's actually good for me.
Well,
my
that's a
body
big
speaks to you.
steak.
Right.
So
and
Bob,
then
what happens though if you get a little? These are wonderful, but what if you get a craving for something very specific?
You know, the one thing that my nutritionist said to me when she first said, in the middle of the night, if you wake up and you want a cookie, grab a slice of butter and a piece of cheese. And if you eat that, you're not going to have the cravings. And it worked. I couldn't believe that a little piece of butter and cheese would knock out those cravings.
Well,
Now these I would crave. What is that?
Well, this
I eat
is
those, actually.
this becomes your cracker. This is a pork rind. And I love these for any kind of dip, like this artichoke spinach dip. Anytime you want to crunch, this is the way to go because you can't have the flour. You know, and that's why today with the keto fathead pizza, all that crust is made with cheese and very little almond flour. And you'll soon realize that when you start eating this way, that you lose those cravings. I can walk by donuts and bread and I don't even care.
I see Stephanie's starting to dive into the
Yeah,
Parmesan
these have
cheese
become my
crisp.
new addiction, the crispy cheese things, and those have no carbs.
Exactly.
And lower fat, because I believe what you're saying, but I'm still a little scared of the fat.
I know,
just
I
for
know.
weight gain reasons.
Right.
But so you can have the best of both worlds as well.
Absolutely. The one mistake people may make is they try this, but they're still eating those high, unrefined carbohydrates.
And
You don't
that's
want
just
to
a
do that.
bad
That's
diet at
disaster.
that
Yeah, it's like pick one or pick the other.
Yeah.
But these Parmesan crisps are a great answer for a cracker. You can also make them yourselves. But this is a real sign of the big guys are listening. The grocery
Right, I
stores
agree.
are carrying more and more of
Bob,
this stuff.
these are great
Yeah,
tips.
yeah.
Obviously, if you're going to start a diet like this, you will want to talk to your doctor. Bob
Yes.
is under his own doctor's care.
Yeah.
You are serving some of these items on your menu at Gold Rush Barbecue. If you would like to learn more about how Chef Bob's sugar-free barbecue sauce could turn into this delicious pizza that we enjoyed, you can find that cooking segment on suncoastview.com. All right, Bob, we're going to dig into the crunch. Thank you.
Sounds
We are.
good.
We'll be
This is
right
so
back.
good.
Enjoy.